In this particular video, I will be discussing the outcome of Winkleman versus the Parma City School District in Ohio. Based on the facts of this case, it was a court decision made that parents who have children that are considered to be disabled or have a disability are allowed to represent their children as a legal counsel in regards to their individualized education plan. This also falls under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Improvement Act of 2004. So based off of that, parents are allowed to be legal counsel for their children with disabilities. The major impact on this case is that it allows for parents who do have money and parents that don't have money to be a voice for their children and to provide legal counsel for their children with disabilities. It also encourages students and parents to be a part of that individualized education plan. And if they do not feel that their child is receiving a free, appropriate public education, that they have every right to file suit and to seek counsel if they need to. It also encourages parents to be a voice for their children and be a voice for the voiceless, for those children who aren't not able to voice their opinion and say what it is that they need or want. So I feel that that major impact has set a precedent for special needs children currently in the 21st century. To know that if your needs are not being met with receiving a free, appropriate public education, that your parents are able to be your legal counsel and be able to legally file suit against the school district or against your school, therefore giving an opportunity for you to receive the proper education that you need to be received, that needs to be received. So I do feel like this has impacted not only students back then, but students now. And that 10 years later from where this case originally started in 2007 to now, I do feel that children do have some type of sense of relief to know that if their parents need to seek legal counsel for whatever reason it may be, that they can do that without having to worry about legal fees or extensive court battles. So I do feel like that this court decision made by the federal courts has not only impacted students in a good way, but has also impacted parents in a good way to know that they could be a voice for their kids who are suffering from a disability and aren't able to really articulate the needs and the wants of how they want their education to be. And according to the Individuals with Disabilities Education Improvement Act of 2004, children with disabilities are supposed to be able to be provided with a free, appropriate public education, along with an appropriate evaluation to assess the needs of those children, to assess the needs of their disabilities and what requirements are needed to facilitate that free public education and that quality education that they are deserving of. So I do feel like this court decision has impacted students for years to come. And it gives parents a sense of relief to know that if you need to be a legal counsel for your children for your child or your children who may have a disability, that you can, and that you do not have to seek professional legal counsel. However, the negative impact that the federal courts believe that by awarding this decision could possibly have is that now that parents are able to be considered legal counsel for their child with a disability is that parents from all over will now feel as though they don't need to be required to receive legal counsel, and they don't need to seek a lawyer to help file a suit, and that now parents will be filing suit for whatever reason they feel or deem necessary in regards to their child who may have a disability. So I do understand that there are two impacts. One is a negative and one is a positive. However, I am on the side of a positive impact, where I feel as though some parents don't always have the necessary funds to get a great lawyer who's going to go to bat for them. So knowing that they're able to provide that sense of relief for their child, I completely agree with the federal court's decision.